Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is extending the state's stay-at-home order 2 more weeks to May 18th, but is loosening some restrictions on retail. Governor Walz says the order that has been in place since March 27th has helped the state avoid a catastrophic outbreak of the coronavirus. Businesses will be allowed to sell inventory using curbside pickup and delivery and utilizing online pay to cut down on in-person interactions. That could put up to 30,000 workers back on the job. Bars and restaurants will remain closed for dine-in service until at least May 18th. The number of positive cases of COVID-19 in Minnesota is now above 5,000. The number is up 492 from yesterday. 24 more people have died, bringing the death toll to 343. North Dakota schools will be sharing a $33 million relief fund to pay for costs related to the COVID-19 crisis. It's part of that federal legislation package. School districts are being urged to reach out to families in their communities for feedback on where the money is needed. North Dakota's school buildings have been closed to in-person student instruction since March 16th, and teachers have been providing student instruction by distance learning. North Dakota has 34 more cases of the coronavirus, bringing the total to 1,067. The death toll remains at 19. The New Life Men's Homeless Shelter in North Fargo is confirming its first case of COVID-19. The person has not been at the facility since April 21st and was asymptomatic at the time. Shelter officials say the man later went to the Sanford emergency room and is now in the hospital in good condition. The coronavirus pandemic has forced hospitals to take extreme precautions to prevent the spread of the virus. In the Fargo area, hospitals say they are seeing unintended consequences. Non-COVID-19 patients are coming in sicker. Valley News Team's Joshua Peguero spoke with doctors who say hospital visits are significantly down, and that comes with a risk.
There are concerns among health experts that people are putting off life-saving medical visits. In Fargo, both Essentia and Sanford say they're having a 30 to 40% decrease in patients stopping into their emergency rooms, clinics, and urgent care.
We know there are patients out there that have undetected cancers that their treatment is being delayed.
Dr. Doug Griffin of Sanford says there's a significant risk if people wait for care.
It may be the difference between having an emergency surgery with more potential for infection and complications versus a more controlled planned surgical procedure.
Griffin says Sanford has plenty of resources to deal with COVID-19 patients and regular patients. All employees wear masks and their temperatures are screened before walking through the doors. Essentia is also doing similar things, and they are warning people to not avoid care.
Examples of people with chest pain trying to tough it out at home and then coming in and requiring stents or bypass surgery.
Dr. Richard Vetter of Essentia says virtual care is an option for some patients, but you can't substitute stopping in.
The risk of contracting a COVID infection and getting seriously ill from it is much less than the risk of them not treating their acute illness.
A recently published study revealed routine medical tests and cancer procedures plummeted in the U.S. starting in mid-March when stay-at-home orders went in place. And both hospitals say at around that time was when the decline began at their facilities. In Fargo, Joshua Peguero, Valley News Live.
Sanford and Essentia want to emphasize their facilities are well protected against COVID-19. They say the earlier you come in for any medical diagnosis, the more treatment options you have. Masses in the Fargo Catholic Diocese will resume on Monday. Bishop John Fulda suspended public services on March 17th because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The diocese says there are rules they want followed, including the continuation of good hand hygiene, wearing of face masks in church, and 6-foot social distancing in pews and all over the church. There will also be limits of how many people can be in the building at the same time. Bishop Fulda says there will be no singing during Mass, and communion will be given only in the hands. The warmer weather and blue sky tempting a lot of people to leave their home offices and head outside. Let's find out if this evening will be just as nice. Hutch joins us with a First Alert forecast. Hutch?
Tempting indeed. I got to tell you, Andrea, as we take a look at temperatures, we're very close to 80 degrees in the central Dakotas, including Minot, Bismarck, Pierre, and near 70 here in the FM area for wonderful conditions right now. We do have a few showers to the north and west, and those may impact some of our far northern communities as we go through the evening. But for Fargo, high and dry with your planner, showing temperatures that'll be near 70 for the next couple of hours. Then we'll slip pretty quickly through the 60s. The wind light. The clouds will be on the increase. Grand Forks, clouds will be on the increase as well, with temperatures sliding into the upper 50s by bedtime tonight. A chance of showers returns to the forecast for your fabulous Friday, as well as mild temperatures. We'll have the wild details coming up here in just a few moments.
All right. Thank you, Hutch. A woman from the Northern Valley is in a Clay County jail accused of stealing a tractor and going on a joyride. Deputies got a call around 4 this morning from a farmer near Holly reporting the theft from his field. They tried to stop the driver, but say she kept going for about 30 minutes. Deputies finally forced the driver into a swampy area where she got stuck. 31-year-old Nicole Cloud of Warroad was arrested for a number of charges, including motor vehicle theft and criminal damage to property. One person is dead and 5 are hurt after a head-on crash on Interstate 94. It happened last night near Menoken, North Dakota. The Highway Patrol says a man was going the wrong way on the highway when he hit another pickup, forcing it into a semi. 5 people in that car that was hit were injured. The driver who hit them was pronounced dead at the scene. A man is wanted for attempted murder in Bismarck, a man who was wanted, is back behind bars. 24-year-old Mason Shue was the subject of a 5-day search. Police had warned that he was armed and dangerous. They finally got the handcuffs on him last night after a tip that he was at a home in North Bismarck. Shue is the suspect in a drive-by shooting Friday night in Bismarck. Police are looking for information about a shooting in Jamestown this morning. Officers have made contact with the people involved, but are asking anyone who saw what happened or have home security video of the event to contact them. Police don't believe there's any danger to the public because of this incident. As we start to move about more in the city, here's a heads up about street construction in North Fargo. Starting Monday morning, crews will close 10th Street North between 19th and 22nd Avenues North. If you live or work on 10th, that means no on-street parking and no access to driveways. However, you can still park on side streets and use the sidewalks. This is the first phase of a project that will upgrade the water and sewer systems, street lights, and pavement. Construction should be complete by late October. Also on Monday, traffic on 25th Street South will be reduced between 5th and 17th Avenues South. Concrete repairs there will take about 2 weeks. For more details, you can head to our VNL News app and look for these stories. How about a bit more bang for your buck at the pump? And you can thank the coronavirus. Today, more than 20% of gas stations across North Dakota are selling gas for less than $1.50. The statewide average, $1.65. In fact, the average this month for a gallon of gas in the state was the lowest in 17 years. During a typical year, AAA says prices in April increase because it's warmer and people travel more. Instead, the pandemic has resulted in less travel, a slowdown in energy use, and historically low prices for crude oil. Experts caution we could see gas prices fluctuate in the coming weeks as more businesses reopen and demand increases. We've had such a great response from you that we're resetting our virtual food drive goal again. We reached $20,000 in donations this week and are now raising the bar to $30,000. To donate, you can check out valleynewslive.com or the VNL News app and look for this button. Still ahead tonight, board members are taking the next steps to bring a proposed library honoring the 26th president to fruition in Medora.
And temperatures that are starting to help green things up throughout the valley. 71 the peak so far in Fargo, but Harvey in Wells County almost 80 degrees. A couple of burns going on outdoors. We'll have details on what those clouds mean in your forecast next.